Denver, shall we? Yeah. I mean, I guess to be expected. 125-113 win for the Nuggets. Jokic with 27, 16, 12, and 2 blocks. Jamal Murray finishes with 24. Julius Randle is 27, 9, and 5. McDaniels had 13, and a little bit of a rough one for him. But the Game 5 win is pretty convincing. And we all know, we just mentioned it there with Michael, that these Wolves injuries they're a gut punch, Lou.
Catastrophic.
Like, I don't know how you can make the argument that the momentum doesn't now shift to Denver.
It's definitely shifted. You know, the injuries are going to take its toll. We looked at a completely different group and energy from Minnesota than we've seen in the games past. With DiVincenzo going out, with Ant Edwards going out, those are 2 of your engine guys. Like, those are your energy guys, your motivators. Those are the guys that are going to make the big plays for you. A lot of your offensive punches out of the lineup now. So now who do you rely on? You know, now Bones Highland has to step up. Ayo has to step up. Julius Randle going to have to be a dog. He had a decent game if he can cut his turnovers down, but now he's going to have to lead this team. Rudy Gobert is going to be another guy. He's going to have to put out a stellar defensive performance, and that says a lot because he's done a tremendous job on Jokic thus far. He's going to have to do even better than that and try to stop this guy from getting a triple-double. They're 1 win away from getting out of this series, but listen, make no mistake about it. It looked like everything has shifted in Denver's favor. They look like the more motivated team. They realize what's at stake, and at that moment, they've met the moment at this point.
I don't want to say Minnesota's cooked, but they're cooked.
Okay.
Like, it hurt, and it sucks because, again, like Michael just said, this is a team that's dangerous. This is a team that can really challenge the Thunder, challenge the Spurs. Like, this team has it all, and it starts with Anthony Edwards, and he's going to be out obviously for a couple weeks now, and it's just a deep hole to fill when you have a guy that has that much production and explosive offensive energy and impact. Like, and then you add DiVincenzo, who's take off 2 starters on any team in the playoffs right now. It is a tough.
That's a lot of their scoring. That's what I'm saying. That's a lot of their scoring. Those 2 guys.
And again, think about this: the Nuggets are
exactly.
favored by 6.5, Game 6 on the road.
Wow. See, I just hate this.
It's just a bad break. It's bad timing. It's awful. Again, Aaron Gordon, he needs to be healthy. Peyton Watson needs to be healthy for them to have a chance to get past San Antonio or OKC. But with that being said, I think as is with no DiVincenzo and Anthony Edwards, it's going to be a tall mountain to climb for them to win. And I think
it almost looked like Naz Reid was about to go down last night.
It did. I thought he was cooked too.
You know what I mean? So
that would be absolutely not.
Yeah, it's getting to the point with the injuries with Minnesota. They just got to have one really good game. You know, so Chandler don't want to say they're cooked, but they're cooked. If you can get these guys, if you can get them to play well for one game, which is going to be tough against this Denver team, knowing that the momentum has shifted, they can get out of this series. But what does it look like?
But what does that mean?
Yeah, but what does it even look like
Naz
if they
Reid
get
has
out of
30,
this series?
like Jade McDaniels
But
has
not just that,
right.
Let's say Timberwolves get out of the series, then they're a very diluted team going into the next round. Like, it's just a bummer all around. There's no
It's
real way to
just
sugarcoat it.
horrific timing.
Yeah.
This team, again, I feel like they were peaking there. They dominated for a 4-game series,
fun.
this team. And now it's
you're talking like it's over. They're still winning. They're still winning 3-2. Still winning 3-2. You just 2 games ago, we just saw a guy come off the bench and give you 43. If he can give you half of that and Naz Reid chip in and you get other guys to chip in, Bones Highland, and create something defensively, I think they'll be fine. McDaniels is doing what he's supposed to be doing. Rudy Gobert is doing what he's supposed to be doing. Like last night, they put up 125, but they scored 113. If you run the numbers down, this was a better. It'll be a better showing for them if they can score the basketball, because defensively I feel like they'll take a stand. It's just Denver just scored in runs this last game, and they weren't over that initial shock of not having those guys out there. I still think there's a lot of basketball to be played, but make no mistake about it, the momentum has shifted in Denver's direction. But them guys got to win one game.
And Ant would be out next series too.
We're looking at a few weeks.
Next 2 weeks. I know
It's tough.
Sucks. The Aaron Gordon in and out situation and Jamal Murray and Jokic. It's so funny too, because I feel like, again, 2-3 weeks ago we were like, Denver's got a real shot to win it all, and now we're sitting here going, I don't know, is the window closed for Denver to win it all? Like, it's funny how things can change.
Well, again, this is a break that is in obviously their favor, that Minnesota just lost their best player and a huge contributor on the offensive end shooting the basketball, and Dante DiVincenzo. And again, this is a team that got outworked, outplayed, full-blown just bullied the first 4 games of this series, and we had Jaden McDaniels tell them exactly who they are and what we're going to do to you, and did it to them. Now, again, this dynamic has shifted due to injuries and what Minnesota is now dealing with. And again, can they make it happen? Yes. Bones Highlands has got to be great. You're going to see minutes from Terrence Shannon, Kyle Anderson, Mike Conley, like guys that haven't had that type of opportunity. are now asked to do that in Game 6 of the first round of the playoffs against the best player in the NBA. So, like, it's a tall task. Momentum has shifted to Denver. If I'm a betting man, I'm betting on Denver to win the next 2 games and win this series. But Denver, regardless, if they get past this, they're going to have to be much better.
That's the
next
question.
series, anyways, and they're going to have to be healthy. They need Aaron Gordon, they need Peyton Watson, or they have. It's going to be a dogfight.
Let me make this easy.
But still think about Minnesota though. They had 26 turnovers in that game. Like that's out of body. Like if I cut that down to 10 to 12 like it's supposed to be, we're having a different conversation. So Denver's not out of the woods. Be clear.
Let me ask you this: yes or no? Denver wins the championship next 3 years.
No.
Okay.
No, but that's just because San Antonio and OKC are so good.
So the window then, according to this font here, this lower third.
I think they're at the tail. As this team is built, I think they're at the tail end of the run.
But like, who knows?
The window's closed.
Again, knock on wood. What if this happens to 2 players in the starting lineup on OKC or San Antonio, and they're in the Western Conference Finals, and then all of a sudden they get an Eastern Conference? Like,
no, you're right.
Like, so anything can happen. But I think San Antonio and OKC are ways ahead of them.
Okay.
And younger. And deeper.
Oh, geez, it just gets longer, this list. By the way, this has not been a Jokic-type first round. It's not his best performance. Eddie Johnson blasting those who think that he's a top 5 center of all time. Mainly, he's blasting his co-host on NBA Radio, Termini. But at this point, we're not doing this, are we, Lou? We didn't just drop Jokic off of lists because of one bad...
Jokic is a top 5 center. Like it or love it. It is what it is. He's a top 5 center. I know we love our nostalgia and we hate to let the years of the past go. He's a top 5 center of all time. Even on a bad night, he still has a triple-double, and we're criticizing that. But again, if he's able to will them into the next round, Eddie is going to have to eat his words. But I get it. He's an OG. He comes from an era where it's all about what guys used to do and all of those things, and it's hard to let those things go. But Jokic is absolutely a top 5 center of all time.
I don't know the history of centers and their stats in the playoffs. Again, he's not efficient. He's shooting 19% from the 3, and he's shooting 42 from the field, which is not Jokic-like. But name another center that has averaged 25, 14, and 10 in a playoff series, and we're criticizing him.
We are not.
That's what I'm saying.
25, 14, and 10. And again, he's not efficient. And Rudy Gobert, again, he is going up against a guy that stepped up to the challenge, 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, a great defensive team in Minnesota. And yes, he has struggled efficiently-wise. But he's averaging 25, 14, and 10. No other center on the planet, I don't think, has ever put up those type of numbers, regardless of their field goal percentage. I might be wrong, but again...
Are you saying that Eddie Johnson's wrong, Chandler?
I am, and this guy's definitely a top 5 center of all time.
Okay, fair enough. By the way, the Rudy Gobert of it all is an interesting story. It's like a side story. Like, he's taking this whole thing very personally. And
I'm like chanting Rudy.
I know, it makes you kind of be like, okay, Rudy, we see you. I don't hate it. I know his haters are probably having a moment trying to figure out what to say about it, but... Seems like he's having a good time. 45 seconds. What game, are we most excited to see tonight?
Atlanta, yeah.
Gotta be Hawks Knicks. That's the one we're tuned in.
That's the second most exciting one.
What?
First one is...
I think San Antonio closes out tonight. I think Boston closes out tonight.
That's not exciting.
Yes, it is.
I think that's
hopefully
business.
there's not like 10 game 6s on Thursday.
Fine. Hawks Knicks is the most exciting one. Who we taking? There's one.
Well, I got to stick with Atlanta in 6, but I don't like that they're going back to New York here. But give me Atlanta in 6 still.
Swaying. You with us or not?
God, they're going to be so loud in that building.
I'm with it.
So loud. I can't wait to see Celebrity Row. Sarcasm. All right, that's going to do it for us.
I get it.
Enjoy the hoops. Well, not that one. We'll see.